I'm Todd Grisham. The crowd cannot wait to witness this one. We're live at the CompuBox Academy. And here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Here we have Wild One. You can see who has the power advantage. And they'll be facing Showboat. This fighter is a counter fighter.
Brawlers are a nightmare. You've got to be strong and fit. Use that long reach. Use that long jab. Do it that way. You'll be safe all night.
First up, the Wild One from Australia. And they hold the SCI Continental title, coming off a TKO win. Against them, Showboat from the United States of America. The last time they were in action, they scored that dramatic TKO victory. Let's see how they do in this one.
They have waited for this fight for so long, Todd. This is ridiculous.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Australia. Wearing the black trunks with red trim. The current Continental Welterweight Champion, the Wild One. Fighting out of the blue corner from the United States of America. Wearing the yellow trunks with light purple trim. Showboat.
One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
This place is like a coliseum. When it's packed out, the fans are there. You can hear their punches. You can smell the sweat. The heat is second to none.
Under the bright lights here for this one. Really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. Here we go for round one. Which fighter will say no mas? Good counter shot by her. She catches and counters. Nice counter punch right up the middle. There's a counter shot. Hook misses. Perfect counter shot. You know, they have an amazing relationship with their coach. They've been working together for a while now, and it's really paying off. The straight right just misses. That counter shot lands. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Tried to score with a jab. Nope, that jab not going to score. Beautiful counter punch. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on the fight to get out there and get the job done.
Here we go for round two. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punch. She got clipped by that counter. This is a historical moment. Not many boxers get to 50 fights. An absolute warrior. Beautiful counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Swing and a miss with that jab. Those counter punches have to hurt. Well, she's dominating her, and she's telling her all about it. The jab doesn't quite connect. And down goes Showboat. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
You're being put down. You've got to think right.
On to the third. Well, Johnny, you don't have to be Sherlock Holmes to figure this one out. She has got to bounce back in this round after that knockdown. No doubt about it.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Nice counter. Fighter does everything behind the jab. Your opponent has got to watch out for that. The jab doesn't quite connect. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. This fighter has a very good win-loss record and will be tough to beat. She misses with that jab. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. You'd like to see more jabs. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Back at it in round 4. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. Catch and shoot. How about that time counter shot? So much for boxing. This is a fight. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Jab does not score. She scores with that counter. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. It's all offense all the time. Good counter punching. Nice counter shot. Misses with the straight left. Left hook just missed. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. That was almost a... Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punch, counter punch. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Holding nothing back here in the round. Jab misses. Nice counter shot by her. He wasn't ready for that counter. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. No rest for the weary. Has to be careful for that very close round with 10 seconds to go. To the 6th round. They just gave us one hell of a round. Let's see if they'll do it again.
What a round. What have they got left? How can you get better than that? That is ridiculous. That's stuff you see on video games.
The perfect counter lands. They exchange punches. Swing and a miss with the hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. That uppercut doesn't land. Not a lot of defense here at all. Nice counter punch. Both want a highlight reel knockout. Good counter punch. Look at the swelling and the bruising. They're going to take a look, and they may stop this fight. The referee determines that we're good, and we will continue to fight. A perfect counter lands. Nice. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Oh, and they got rocked. What a moment this is. They're going to call the doctor over in a minute to check out these cuts.
My concern is the corner. Are they going to be too brave for their fighter?
Round 7, here we go. What an action-packed round that was. Let's see what they have in store for us here.
How much energy did they use? How hard and how tough and how much they have to dig deep. This is just ridiculous. I don't know what to expect. I'm tired just watching it.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The charts action from both of these fighters. And Showboat is down to the canvas. Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
That's lights out right there.
Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your eagles hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Halfway through the round, and I think she knows she's losing this round.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Can't land the jab there. Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been her best round for sure. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
And there's the bell for round 8. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. The straight left, but it won't score. Where was the defense? They've avoided catastrophe there.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
She catches and counts. I wouldn't be surprised if they stop this fight considering the swelling and the bruising. And the referee will stop it. This fight is over.
Time is of the essence, and it was a matter of time when this happened.
Well, Johnny, complete and total domination, a stoppage victory. How do you rate the performance?
Just like another like TKO. It's Teddy Pendergrass all over. TKO is spot on.
Let's fight under the stars, ladies and gentlemen. What a beautiful night for fights here at the Observatory. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Up first is the Wild One, and they will enjoy a power advantage. Up against them, fists of fire. And this boxer not going to throw the first punch. They prefer to answer yours. They're a counter fighter.
We'll be talking about this fight for years to come. This is one of those classic fights that everybody wants to see.
First up we have Wild One from Australia, and they hold the SCI Continental title. Coming off a TKO win in their last bout, looking to do the same here tonight. And they'll be facing fists of fire from the United States of America. coming off a tough knockout loss in their last fight.
This is going to be one hell of a fight.
And now it's time for the official introductions, and for that, we go to the Hall of Famer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Australia, wearing the black trunks with red trim, the current Continental Welterweight Champion, the Wild One. Fighting out of the blue corner, from the United States of America, wearing the dark green trunks, trimmed with black, Fists of Fire.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
All what's left is for the first bell to go. That's all we need now, because the build-up is getting ridiculous.
No doubt about it. This was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. Here we go for round one. Good counter punch. So much firepower here. The perfect counter lands. Nice counter shot. Do you believe what we are seeing? She scores without counter. These two were made for each other. They exchange punches. Nice counter punch right up the middle. She got clipped by that counter. You know they have an amazing relationship with their coach. They've been working together for a while now, and it's really paying off. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched.
For I am the truth. I am the light that lighteth every man and woman that cometh into this continent, into this world of America today.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Misses with the right uppercut. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Good counter shot by her. The jab just got blocked. Beautiful counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Things certainly aren't going her way. She's been on the back foot. She's got to turn the tables.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Here we go. It's round 2. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter shot. Well done with that counter shot. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. This is a historical moment. Not many boxers get to 50 fights. An absolute warrior. She throws the jab, but it doesn't score. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Catch and shoot. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. The right hook just missed. How about that time counter shot? She catches and counters. Nice counters. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. This fight is not going to plan for her. She's got to figure something out. The bell rings and we start the third. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This fighter does everything behind the jab. Their opponent has got to watch out for that. Those counter punches have to hurt. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? A perfect counter shot. Nice counter shot by her. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Swing and a miss with that jab. That counter shot lands. She needs to be careful that she doesn't punch herself out. Throw out a lazy jab in this fight, you're going to get knocked out. She wasn't ready for that counter. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round. Back at it in round 4. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punch, counter punch. This fighter has a very good win-loss record and will be tough to beat. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Jab misses. Beautiful counter punch. Miss with that jab. There's a counter shot. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
That uppercut's blocked. Good counter punching. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Nice counter punch. Beautiful counter punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. On to the fifth we go. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Swing and a miss with the right hook. She catches and counters. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Incredible work rate. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter shot. Nice counter. Insane action. Missing with that jab. Perfect counter lands. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt.
Here we go in the sixth round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They drop their guard, they get caught. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Beautiful counter punch. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Counter shot by her. Are we about to see a first-round knockout? And Fists of Fire goes down. Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
One, two, three, four. Come to me.
So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown is going to be we just saw.
Can make or break a fighter.
There's the bell to start round 7. Well, Johnny, she looks pretty good right now, but how do you think she's going to hold up after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Not sure if I'd be taunting right now. Beautiful counter shot. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. And now going for the finish. How are they still standing?
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
And they figure out the combination to this safe.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And at some point, the corner needs to think about stepping in here. And now they're right back in, and down goes fists of fire. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
Well, there's no argument right there. You say it. Night-night.